Welcome to ESI Africa Insights. In this episode, I'm joined by Nicholas Igwe, the Global Coordinator for OpsWash. Welcome, Nicholas.
Thank you so much, and it's nice having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Please tell us, what does OpsWash do in Nigeria?
OpsWash, at times we call it OPS Wash, is the Organized Private Sector in water, sanitation, and hygiene. It's actually the global coordinating body for bringing in private sector to participate or to engage in WASH, especially in SDG 6 in particular. So it's coordinating them, bringing them to let them understand how important it is for private sector to be involved in areas of water, sanitation, and hygiene.
So what does the private sector engagement, why does it matter in Nigeria?
It matters a lot. Remember, there is no way the government can deal with issues around WASH on their own. So we believe in multi-stakeholders partnership. We believe that the government can set up priorities around WASH. Remember that water, sanitation, and hygiene is a very serious sector that deals with a lot of SDGs. You can't talk about health sector without a water sector. You can't talk about agriculture sector without a water sector. You can't talk about the energy sector without the water sector, and so on and so forth. Even education as well. You cannot talk about education without the water sector. So we believe that the government alone cannot do it. And even the development partners, the like of the UNICEF or USAID, cannot also bridge those gaps that we're talking about. And again, the CSOs or NGOs, they do not have the capacity to be able to deal with that. Therefore, the involvement of private sector as the engine of the economy, but the private sector, they understand the efficiency. You see that some companies must have stayed for more than 100 years, 80 years. There must be something about sustainability, about efficiency, about other things around private sector that will make them to plug it into the wash sector and create a better opportunity, especially around 3 pillars. What are those pillars? Number one is the financial pillar. You'll find out that a lot of money is needed in the sector. South Africa, Honorable Minister mentioned yesterday that about 7 trillion rands will be needed to bridge the financial gaps in the sector. And again, in Africa as a whole, about $30 billion is needed every year for the next 5 years. Government alone will not be able to bring this. Development partners will not be able to bring this, and so on and so forth. So we need the involvement of the private sector in financial innovation, and again, technology. The private sector owns technology. They know how to model it. They know how to bring it in. They bring in the efficiency and sustainability. You find out that in those days, you find out that there could be some infrastructure that after a year or two, they are packed up. But why? Because there is no sustainability mechanism in there. But with the private sector, we are able to make sure that any infrastructure that has to do with water is more sustainable. In the area of CSR philanthropy, private sector are also willing to give back to their host communities in area of corporate social responsibility or philanthropy and so on and so forth. So in those 3 pillars, financial innovation, technology and data acquisition, and of course, CSR, private sector is needed to bridge those 3 gaps.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
What does the future look like for OpsWash in Nigeria?
Of course, not only in Nigeria. OpsWash in Nigeria is getting stronger and stronger every day. But like I said, we are now getting into other countries. We're in South Africa, we're in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, in Malawi, and other African countries. OpsWash as a coordinating body, many organizations like Coca-Cola, like Nestle, are coming to us to think about, for us to help them in area of water stewardship. Water stewardship is how do they manage their water? How do they make water available? How do they make sure that the issue around water security is sustained over a long period of time? So it's looking very good because the private sector are beginning to understand that they cannot just be out there, that they also need to be involved for their business to also be sustainable. The economic sustainability of their business depends on how much they engage with the government and other partners. Like I said, multi-stakeholders partnership is needed if we have to move the wash sector forward globally, not only in Nigeria, globally.
Mr. Igwe, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching. Tune in for the next video. Have a powerful day.